Good evening, everybody. Good evening. This is the convening of the Cottonwood Mayor and City Council of the City of Cottonwood for presentation of proclamations, awards, and introduction of new city employees to be held on November 1st, 2022 at 5:30 p.m. So we have a lot of new employees introduced this evening, so we're going to get right to it. At the end, what I'd like to have is all the employees that have been introduced to come up to the front. We'll get one group photo with you. We're going to do like human pyramid type thing too. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah, of course. And if you have any family members with you, you're welcome to bring them up with you for the photo op, all right? So first up, we have Mr. Butner, Josh Butner, and I believe Mr. Horton, you're going to introduce this gentleman.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council. Yeah, it is my privilege to introduce you to Josh Butner, our new prosecutor. And just for context, our prosecutor, along with our court and police department and community development, constitute our little justice system here in the city. And the prosecutor handles the civil and criminal matters that get brought into the municipal court. Mr. Butner joins us from a firm in Prescott. He's a fairly new lawyer. He joined the firm in Prescott from the Yavapai County Attorney's Office, where he was the misdemeanor prosecutor of the year. And before that, this being his second or third career, he served us all in the Navy as a SEAL and SEAL commander for 23 years. All the reports and my experience with Josh are wonderful. He's a great communicator. He's easy to communicate with and get along with. And he's eager to learn about us and the way we do things here. And with that, I'll let him finish introducing himself to you, and then I think a few other people have a couple words of welcome.
Thank you. I just want to say hello, so I'll keep it very short. And yes, while I look old, I've been an attorney for about a year and a half, so I appreciate the opportunity. I've already worked well with the judge and her staff. We've been working on the administrative stuff to keep things working smoothly, and I've met the folks from community development, which is one of the areas of troublesome enforcement, I guess I would call it. So we're making some inroads there. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Great, welcome.
Appreciate
Glad to have you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Judge, Commander Dallas, would you like to?
Good evening, Commander Dow from the Police Department. I just want to say real quickly, my interaction with Mr. Butner has been great. We're all on the same page. Alternative sentencing, all those programs that we've really driven. He is on board and he wants to spearhead those programs. And in fact, I had lunch with him a couple weeks ago, and he said, "Hey, can I go back to the police department and get a tour?" I was like, yeah. So we went back, and he didn't just want a tour. He actually talked to the people behind the scenes that produce the things that he needs, which is really good because he was able to get the insight. So that just tells you to the depth of which he's going to do his job. So although he's a Navy guy, the Army guy here will give him a thing so he doesn't snap my neck when I'm sitting back here. So
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. I wasn't going to say anything tonight because I figured just the fact that I showed up and I'm smiling probably means something to you. But staff, while I was waiting in the time court closed and coming here, was just, "Are you going to say something? Say something good about Josh." I was like, yes, I will definitely say that. I believe it was you, Councilmember Henry, who said something about what perhaps had gone awry was people weren't in the right lane in the court. And the prosecutor wasn't in the right lane, therefore the court staff could not be in their right lane. Everybody's back in the right lane. System is running wonderfully at this point. We're back, we've eliminated the backlog. Yeah, if there was a small backlog, it's gone. And the defendants are happy too, you know, that Josh listens to them. That doesn't mean he always does what they want, but he listens to them. And that's what most people want. So things are good. Things are definitely good. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. That's great. All right. Let's call up Mr. Bigelow then. You've got someone to introduce this evening as well.
Hello, Mr. Mayor and Council. Ryan Bigelow, Library Director. I'm here tonight to introduce to you our new Youth Services Supervisor, Ms. Danielle Ave. She is a Mingus Union High School graduate, also went to Yavapai County Community College and has an associate's in early childhood education. And I'm proud to say she's receiving a 100% in her ICMA supervisor training that we've recently rolled out, so that's wonderful. She was a part-time employee at the library for many years. Prior to the library, she was at Yavapai Head Start and also at the Arizona School for the Deaf and Blind. Even more importantly, though, Danielle is an extremely active member in our community. She was a youth dance instructor. She's also currently a Scoutmaster. And I'll never forget in the interview, we talked about doing some outreach and getting out in our community. She said, that's not a problem because my family and I were already there. We're already at all the events. We do all of the things. So she's already ingrained in this community, which really helps at our library. So far, she's organized, she's energetic, willing, and capable, and couldn't be happier to introduce Ms. Danielle Ave.
Mr. Mayor, City Council, thank you for having me here today. As Ryan already said, I've lived here most of my life, and some of my fondest memories are from the Cottonwood Public Library. I've always called it my happy place. And with careers, I've always worked with children. I just see a lot of value in that. So I feel incredibly blessed to spend every day doing what I love in the place that is my home. So thank you all for having me.
Great, thank you. Awesome. All right, Jeff Cook, you're up next.
Mr. Mayor, Council, I'm privileged to introduce Jason Leslie. He's our new Contract and Purchasing Administrator. Jason brings 15 years of procurement experience to the City of Cottonwood. He's worked at school districts in Phoenix, Prescott, and Coconino County. Some of his hobbies are hiking, disc golf, fly fishing. It's a plus for me. We can talk sports. He's also a Suns fan, so we're hitting it off pretty good. Honestly, he's jumped right in, made a positive impact right away for the city. It's nice that he's got that experience, so he's hit the ground running and hasn't complained that we put him in a broom closet as an office, so.
We hope you know that's going to change somewhat soon, right?
Good evening, Mayor and council members. It's an honor being here. I'm very privileged. In fact, I've worked with most of these people already. It's just been awesome to work with everybody. I just see the flow of everything, how everything's going so positively, and I'm really excited. So thank you.
Great, thank you. Welcome to the team. All right, Kirsten Lennon, the next two are for you.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Kirsten Lennon, Financial Services Director. Tonight I get to introduce Sherri Badger, who is our new Payroll and Accounts Payable Specialist. Sherri is a Verde Valley native. She lives in Cornville and has lived here her whole life. She enjoys being in the outdoors and spending time with her husband. She's been in the accounting field since high school, where she took a Future Business Leaders Association and started working at Sedona Sheet Metal during her senior year. She and her husband both worked for the Sedona Sheet Metal Company for many years until the recession, and then she went into the hotel business. And she's worked at L'Auberge in Sedona for 11 years doing payroll and accounts receivable, and moved up to the manager of the accounting team there. And then she's coming from Enchantment, where she was the payroll and general ledger did the payroll and general ledger balance sheets. She also volunteers at her church in Cornville, and she's happy to be here as part of the City of Cottonwood team. Sherri.
Mayor and Council, thank you for having me, and I'm really enjoying my time here so far.
Good, great.
And up next, I have Darlene Foster, who is our new customer service specialist in the utility billing department. Sherri, I'm still on Sherri. Darlene comes to the city with many years in finance and in banking and bank management. Her most recent experience was 8 years with the City of Williams, working in their police department, in their city hall, and in their finance department. They wanted to get out of the snow, so they came back to Cottonwood. her daughter owned the Flatiron Cafe in Jerome for many years, and they both want to come back down here, so she got a job here at the city and gets to move back. She's very excited. Darlene loves to work outdoors, and she's a horse lover and a softball champion, which I did not know. And she is very happy to be here as well. Darlene?
Mayor and Council, I just want to say thank you. I'm very happy to be here. Everything's going really well so far, and I'm thankful.
Excellent. All right. And Mr. Teal, we passed you up because I don't think your employee's in this evening yet. Okay, so we'll bring her back. All right, well, welcome to everyone. Let's get everyone up for a group photo, and if you have any relatives and if our magistrate wants to come up as well, you're more than welcome to.
Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay? Thanks. Welcome.
Okay, that concludes the pre-meeting. We'll meet here in about 15 minutes for the regular meeting.